This segment is brought to you by the Kansas Association of Wheat Growers and the Kansas Wheat Commission. Together, we are Kansas Wheat.
Hi, I'm Jim Schroyer, Extension Wheat Specialist at Kansas State University. And this morning we have Jesse Polland with us, and he is a professor in the Department of Plant Pathology, Wheat Genetics. So Jesse, we have a really strange machine here behind us, and yeah, it's one of the strangest things I've seen in a while. It's got high clearance and all that, so obviously we're going through a crop, and since you're a wheat geneticist, I'm guessing it's with wheat. So
yeah.
What is this thing here?
So good. Well, this is we call it a high throughput phenotyper.
Say that again?
It's a high throughput phenotyping machine.
Okay.
And so phenotyping, you can think about taking measurements on the wheat crop.
On the fly?
Yeah, on the fly. And so what this machine does is it integrates precision GPS and then different sets of sensors. And these sensors will measure greenness of the crop plant. They'll measure plant height. They'll measure canopy temperature.
Okay.
And we can do this really rapidly and continually move.
Let's go back to this, basically the phenotyping. That replaces you walking through the field and taking notes saying this variety we rated a 7, and we can see it with the sensors here that it's hotter or it's got it's a different color, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. So a phenotype is really like in our case it'd be a visual measurement. In this case it would be a sensor measurement, and the real goal of this machine is to be able to do that much more rapidly than we're able to do visually or by hand.
So when we develop a variety, we talk about 8, 10, 12 years, and we make 10,000 crosses to come up with one. So now you're talking about a lot more crosses, a lot more field studies, and doing it much quicker.
Right. So finding a new variety is really a numbers game, right? So it's maybe 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000. And so it takes a lot of time to look through that number of varieties. So with this technology, if we can do this 10 times faster than you could by hand, then we're enabling ourselves to look at 10 times more material, and that gives us a 10 times better chance of finding an outstanding new wheat variety.
Right. Okay. So let's talk a little bit more about those sensors. I think I cut you off there a second ago, so go ahead.
So some of the sensors we have on here, we have a green seeker and a crop circle, and these are really coming from production precision ag type applications, and both of these are a way of measuring normalized difference vegetation indexes, which is just a fancy way of saying greenness of the plots.
Right.
And so this is
how stressed it is.
Yeah, this is a good measure of drought tolerance or nitrogen use efficiency, and really measure of stress. We also have a sonar sensor that will measure plant height, and so if you have stunting from drought or disease or
like
some type of viral stunting, you can start to measure this. And then also we have infrared thermometers that will measure canopy temperature. So this is also a good proxy of heat and drought tolerance on how well those roots are bringing up water.
So tell me, what's this little bad boy cost? I mean, just ballpark figure.
Yeah, so roughly the real cost is between the actual tractor, the GPS units, and then the different sets of sensors.
Yeah, you just don't go down to the equipment store or the dealership and buy this unit.
Yeah,
this is a homemade unit.
So this is custom homemade. We've been collaborating a lot with the engineering department at Kansas State, and so this is really a one-of-a-kind machine. And so really between all of the equipment and the GPS units and the actual vehicle, we probably have about 60 or 70,000 invested in this, but that obviously doesn't count all of the really specialized engineering time that went into actually assembling it and putting it all together.
Okay, one last question here. How fast can that puppy go?
It tops out at about 2 miles an hour.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodina.
And I'm Dawn Dawson with the Better Horses Radio Show.
For over 9 years, we've been bringing the Better Horses Radio Show to markets all across the Midwest. We talk about God, lots about horses.
We talk about cows, we talk about horse health, we talk to top trainers, and we even talk about Roy Rogers.
We're having a blast with Better Horses Radio Show and would love to take it to a market near you.
So visit our website at betterhorsesradio.com and let us or your local radio station know you'd like to hear it in your area.
The Better Horses Radio Show is